Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Going it alone tonight. So this is a style of beer that I thought was extinct. I can't believe somebody, especially a major brewery, is making this style. What am I talking about? From Boulevard Brewing, Dank 7. So if you read the description, it's basically it's a variation on Tank 7. 7% ABV, 55 IBUs. Yeah. So here's the. If you look at the can closely, it tells you the 7 hops here are Bravo, Chinook, Citra, Columbus, Mosaic, Simcoe, and Topaz. So I do not pour it into the IPA glass. I pour it into the Belgian stem tulip glass, not an animal. And it looks like, kind of looks like a triple or a Belgian blonde. It's got that kind of yellowish gold hue, very cloudy. Get a pretty decent head, comes right up to the lip of the glass there. I know it looks orange or amber on camera. It's not, or it's trust me, it's golden. It's funny. I'm wearing my shirt and mic combo match the yellow and green of the can. So okay, so when I think dank, I think like a weedy cannabis kind of smell, and this is like everything at like every IPA at once. I'm getting like pine, I'm getting citrus, I'm getting peppery, and there's like a kind of soapy kind of aroma there, which I assume that's kind of the Belgian yeast, or perfumey is probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah, so I mean, I would call it it's like perfume, orange citrus, and a little bit of like kind of resiny hops. I would not, oddly enough, despite the name, I would not call this dank. Like most dank, you want dank, get a hazy IPA. Those tend to be pretty dank and grassy. Yeah, to me this smells like perfume and orange juice. So let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Yeah, pretty big on the orange. Yeah, it's like orange juice, but it's like that kind of classic pre-hazy kind of orange flavor that you found in like a lot of really big imperial, like when they actually were called imperial IPAs. Not Pliny, but like Maharaja or something like that. So yeah, big orange presence on this. At the same time, I do get that kind of Belgian-y, perfumey quality. What's odd is actually it seems to have like almost like an oxidized flavor, but this can, if this is the canning date, then this thing is super fresh because it says, I don't know if you guys saw in the pour, looks like it says 12 July of this year. So if this is the canning date, it's very fresh. So I don't know why it tastes, I'm getting like that lemon lollipop kind of thing going. It has a slight kind of Belgian triple kind of quality to it. There's like a little bit of like a caramel maltiness, but it's not the same yeast that you would get like in this triple. It's not quite the same peppery, phenolic character. Like I've been saying since the beginning of the review, it's much more perfumey, kind of a floral, almost a cilantro kind of thing. I know some people don't like cilantro, but something like that. Pretty strong bitterness. They said 55 IBUs, which I guess it's pretty high by today's standards, but back in like 2010 or so, that was like wussy beer, when everybody was trying to make 100 IBU beers. So yeah, it's pretty bitter. It finishes quite dry, like almost like abrasively dry. I'm not really tasting, and disappointingly, I'm not really getting like the actual taste of like a dankness. This does not taste like weed or pot brownies or anything like that. I would say like there's maybe like a slight pepperiness here, but I hard to tell if that's like off the hops or just like a yeast phenol. They should have threw some noble hops in here to like really get the Belgian kind of quality going. I actually think this is kind of false advertising to call it a Belgian style IPA. To me, this just tastes like an American IPA. Like whatever Belgian-y quality is like very subtle. Like there's usually like with Belgian yeast, doesn't matter who makes it, but especially it's like one of the Trappist beers, like it right away. And like I'm not really getting that here. To me, this is old school, early 2010s Imperial IPA. I don't really get a lot of Tank 7 quality on this one. Tank 7 is like one of my favorite beers, definitely one of my favorite Saisons, or American Saisons, I should say. And it does have like a Belgian-y quality to it, but again, the Dank 7 is neither dank nor Belgian-y. But that being said, it's a fine IPA. It kind of reminds me of like Dogfish 90 Minute or something like that. I was gonna say I'm gonna give a 7 to the Dank 7, but I think actually a 7 is a little high. I think it's closer to like a 6, maybe 6.5. So, yeah, I honestly can't give a 7 to the Dank 7. I think it's kind of false advertising. So, but you know, otherwise it's a fine IPA. I wouldn't be in a rush to try this again. So, yeah. So 6 out of 10 for the Dank 7. Oddly enough. All right. So if you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Teetotaler Thursday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.